This relationship is so painful. You know it's not safe. You know it's not stable. You know it's not good for you. But the urge to go back, it still feels so overwhelming. And I want to let you know that that's not weakness. That's not a character flaw. It's not love. It's a trauma bond. And breaking it, that takes tools, not just insight. And today I'm going to walk you through 4 DBT skills to help you interrupt that cycle. I want to start with the hardest DBT skill ever, but it's also one of the most powerful. It's called radical acceptance. Now, just because you're accepting doesn't mean you're okay with what happened or what is happening. It means you're stopping fighting what's already true. You're stopping fighting with reality. Trauma bonds kind of set you up for this ongoing tyrannical level of hope. You say, maybe they'll change. Maybe this time will be different. I want to get back to the way it used to be. But radical acceptance is about seeing what is now, not what used to be. And it's when you're done begging reality to be nicer to you. It's not about giving up. It's stopping the mental war. So, if you want to practice radical acceptance, try saying this. This is the pattern. It keeps hurting. And I don't have to keep going back to prove that it's real, that it impacted my life. Say it out loud. Write it down. Screenshot it. Tape it to your mirror. Put it with a magnet on the refrigerator. It's really important that you keep turning your mind back to radical acceptance of what's real, of what's really happening, because you can't regulate your emotions if you're denying reality. And if you want help practicing this, because again, radical acceptance is tough, I've got a guide that'll walk you through how to do this. It's a freebie. So it's called the Radical Acceptance Jumpstart. And if you go to my website, suzettebray.com/resource/radical acceptance jumpstart, or just click the link in the description. That's way easier. You can grab hold of it. I really hope you'll find it helpful. Skill I want to talk to you about today is called mindfulness of current emotion, and it is exactly what it sounds like. So, when the urge hits to text them, check their Instagram, reread old messages, gaze adoringly at photos of you two together where you're looking particularly cute, pause. Don't react. Just notice for a second and ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? What's the name of this emotion? What triggered it? Maybe it's panic. Maybe it's loneliness. Maybe it's hope. Maybe it's hopelessness. You don't have to get rid of the emotion. Just name it. Try to say to yourself, this is panic, or this is grief, and remind yourself, this is the trauma bond talking. The trauma bond is telling me that if I go back, I can stop feeling this emotion. So if you can name the emotion, you can create some distance from it. You won't be completely inside the emotion, overwhelmed by it. You're kind of a little bit back, witnessing it. And that pause, that's where your power is. That's where you can name the emotion, but not act on it. So this next tool is called opposite action. And every emotion has kind of a hardwired action urge associated with it. So if we're afraid, run. If we're angry, lash out. Like that, so on and so forth. What trauma bonds make you do is act from those emotions rather than your values. So you text your ex to stop the panic, the loneliness, the hopelessness, not because in the wisest part of your mind you think that's the best choice for you, but to make that emotion stop. So, what opposite action means in this case is that maybe you're scared, but you're going to act like someone who's healing. You're going to fake it till you make it. And you might even ask yourself, what would future me want me to do right now? Would future me say, awesome, drunk text your ex, great idea, right? So instead of reaching out, you might want to journal. You might want to walk around the block. You might want to go work out. You might want to text a friend. There's all kinds of things that you can do instead of acting on that urge that in the moment may make things a little bit better, but is ultimately going to make things a whole lot worse. It's going to get you back into that trauma bond relationship. And every time you go back, it can feel harder to leave again. You don't have to feel good to act in line with your values or with what's best for you. All right, last skill today, cope ahead. So you know the urge is going to hit to contact your ex. You know it. So don't wait until you're spiraling. Make a plan for it now and get yourself ready so you don't have to come up with it in the moment. So think about this. What do you do if your clothes catch on fire, right? You stop, drop, and roll. Why do you know that? Because people planned ahead and taught you how to do that. You probably have never met anybody whose clothes have caught on fire. Certainly my clothes have never caught on fire, but we know what to do. If there's an emergency, call 911, right? We know what to do. We plan ahead, we drill it so that we can pull it out when things hit the fan. So here's a quick cope ahead script that can be helpful. So first, when I feel the urge to reach out, I'll take 3 deep breaths. I'll read that note I wrote to myself all about radical acceptance. Okay, I'll remind myself that reality is reality. No matter how much I hope for it, it's not going to change. What else? I can text a friend who gets it, right? Who I've prepared that I'm going to call you or I'm going to text you when things are starting to get bad, when I'm getting those urges to get back in touch. You can even type this into your notes app right now and make it easy to find when everything feels hard. Because when your nervous system is on fire and it's screaming at you, you need a plan. You don't need to have to make it up in the moment. That's like being on fire and not knowing how to stop, drop, and roll. You can't think straight when you're on fire. You don't break a trauma bond by waiting until you stop caring about that person. You break it by responding differently while you still care. These tools are not going to erase your grief. They're not going to make you feel less lonely, but they'll help you respond differently. They'll help you get uncaught from the cycle. And if this video helped, hit like, subscribe, share it with somebody who's still stuck in the trauma bond cycle, and comment below. Which skill are you going to try the next time an urge hits to contact your ex? Let me know. I read all of them. You don't have to go back. You have skills now. I really look forward to seeing you next time, and take good care. Bye now.